Hello everybody and welcome back. Now today I got a quick little video on installing fog lights, and not just any normal fog lights. These are hybrid fog lights, which means they can switch between the white and amber. Right now I currently have pretty much the same Morimoto XP product, except that they're not hybrid. They're the older ones, which are only just white. These ones are the hybrid ones. Now before I go ahead and start shoving these in the truck, I want to go over a few prerequisites that I'd recommend doing before actually installing this product. And I'll show you that in a minute. But first I want to talk about why you might want to follow those prerequisites. So with these trucks, when you have your fog lights on with your low beams and you switch to high beams, what happens is called fog light dropout, where the fog lights will actually shut off when your high beams are on and turn back on when your low beams come back on. And what that does with these is it will change the color every time that relay is tripped. So whenever you put your high beams on, off, it'll change color. And the same thing will happen if your high beams are on and you put your directional on, the one fog light on one side will come on as like an assist to see, but it will also change the color. So you'll have mismatched fog lights when you put your low beams back on. So to fix that, I'll show you guys how to do that in a minute. So if you already know how to do that with Alpha OBD, you can skip to the timestamp I have here and just see how to install the fog lights. All right, so one of the first things you got to do before actually being able to program the truck with Alpha OBD to disable the fog light dropout is you actually have to pull down this kick panel right here. It's two 8mm bolts in the bottom, and then it just pops out. But you need a bypass module. I got mine when I tuned the truck when it came with a unlocked ECU. I will link a bypass module in the description as well as a video to show how to get that set up and to start using Alpha OBD. But next, I'll just show you guys the process in Alpha OBD if you've already done this. All right, so the way I have Alpha OBD set up is I actually use my laptop for this, and I use a physical wire connection between my truck and the laptop. I do not use Bluetooth, so it might look a little different than other videos. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Alpha OBD and ignore the update and head over to advanced mode. So the way I connect my laptop through a wired connection is through a COM port. Now to find out which COM port your computer uses when plugged into your truck, you're just going to go over to Device Manager and you're going to look for COM port and you'll see which one's listed. In my case, it's COM4. Once you've done that, you're going to go up to Device and make sure to select Body Computer Chrysler. Under the Modification tab, you're going to look for your vehicle. In my case, it's 2019 Ram 1500, so it's DT My 2019 PowerNet. I use variant 3. If you have a newer truck, just look for the year associated with that, but it will have that DT in front of it because that represents the newer generation trucks. After that, just click connect and then watch the top left until it says connected. And then click on active diagnostic. In the drop-down menu, look for a setting called car configuration change and select that. In the find settings box, type in fog until you see CBC features front fog lamp dropout enabled and select that option. Open the select value drop-down box and make sure to change it to no. Click start and then next and wait for it to say procedure completed. Once it's finished, just go back to the start menu and disconnect from your truck. And that's all the configuring that has to be done in Alpha OBD for these to work correctly. Okay, so after we're done programming the truck, look over at my gauge cluster, put my lights on. You'll see that I have the low beam and the fog light currently on. You can see it outside of the truck. I'll show you. See, fog lights are on. Go back down here. Now, when you used to turn your high beams on, the fog lights would shut off, but now the light's still on the dash and the light is still on the outside of the truck. Okay, so that's what we're looking at now in the wheel well. You're gonna wanna turn your wheel out as far as you can to the left side to do the left side, and as far as you can to the right side, gives you plenty of room to take this panel off. So you're just gonna take this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, and those two over there. And those are all 8mm. You can use electric tools if you want to. I'm just gonna use a ratchet and a socket. It's pretty easy. So just unbolt all these, and then you can take this little panel off. I might give up on this immediately. Yeah, I bought it. I'm just gonna use it. I got my little 1/4-inch impact, my DeWalt. Look at that, way faster. Look at that. Ooh, you can get in these ones. Oh my goodness. Whoa. If you have it, use it. You really don't need to take this panel off. I just find it easier. All right, set that aside. Stick my head in here. Here's a fog light right here. Ooh, look at that. Yummy. Guess we unplug this first. Why not? Push this forward, I believe. No? Nope. Sorry. Pull this back and then pull it out. There you go. Look at that. Easy peasy. That is not 8mm. I lied. It's smaller. 9:30 seconds it is. Great. Awesome. Okay. That's stupid. Am I just crazy? I'll try 8mm again. Yeah, no. Okay. All right. So the bolts to get the actual fog light off are it's a 9/32 bit for some reason, but yeah. Oh, last bolt, and then this should just pop out like that. There you go. There's my old one. All right, I wanted to show you guys real quick a more close-up look on how to get the actual connector set up. So first of all, pull off these rubber guards, grab the clip, make sure the bottom is where the little clip is, with this little nub on the bottom. Black goes on the right side, red goes on the left. You actually want these facing inward. So this one goes in, this one faces in. So the prongs, you want them facing inward. And then kind of just gently push them in. You don't have to force them in. Don't force them in. You'll feel them kind of go. And then push them up. In the connector. Kind of feel it seat, give them a little tug, make sure they're in there. And then you're all good. That's how you get the connector set up. Whew, do a quick little, make sure we're good, plug in. Boop. Oh look. It fits, perfect. And then just shove it back in place. It goes right here. There's a little mount, put it on. We use the absurdly long hardware for no reason, because why not? Zipper back in. But not snugged up. Hey, you get back on there. Snug these up by hand. Don't need to set this on impact. These do not need to be really, really tight, all right? Just plastic. Stick them up. There you go. Should be good. Let's go out front. Perfect. So the other side is the exact same way. Just follow these same steps on the other one. And I will come back to you guys in a second when that side's done and show you what the finished product is. All right, they're both installed now. I'm gonna turn my lights on so I can show you guys what they look like. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. My lights on. Turn my fog lights on, which there they are, yep. So those are white. Cycle through it quick. Yep, amber. Cycle back. White. Now put my high beams on. Fog lights don't come off. I can change it myself. Amber. Amber. White. There you go. Not changing. Or the high beams, like I programmed it to. Directional. Not changing. Other side. Not changing. We're good. All right, shut that off. All right, so that's just a quick little video on how to install these fog lights properly with the prerequisites that I had mentioned. Down below I have linked a video to show you how to install that bypass module and where to buy that bypass module. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. It's free, helps me out a ton, and I'll see you guys in the next one.